Welcome everybody, I'm Jeff Barton and I'm your host for the Las Vegas Real Estate Show. We're on each and every week, and thank you very much for tuning in and watching what we do, what we try to do, and what we bring to you. And most of it is about opportunities and process of real estate or mortgages, investment here in the Valley in Las Vegas. A lot of things that we try to do and bring to the show are successful in that people that don't often know about real estate learn a lot from the show. But people who do know about real estate can really benefit, because the experts that we bring on the show are obviously the people who are doing the work and people trying to bring to you the opportunities, the projects, the things that are going on here in Las Vegas. And by the way, it's an unbelievably tight market. The real estate market here is tight, obviously, as I just said, because prices have gone up, the inventory has really shrank. So what does this mean for you if you're looking to either buy a property or sell a property? Well, if you're looking to sell a property, obviously it means that you're probably going to get multiple offers. So the key here is to make sure that it's priced right, and so that you bring in more than one offer. If it's priced too high, what you're going to find is that you're not going to get the kind of offers that you want to get. You're going to get lowball offers. It's going to make you frustrated, and then you're not going to get the price you want. Anyway, the best people to deal with that are the real estate agents, and we deal with a ton of really professional people out here in Las Vegas. The company that sponsors the show, Malibu Funding, is in offices in many different states, and from my understanding, they have a demand for product, demand for cheap money, which is slowly disappearing. I mean, I don't know if you've paid attention out there in the marketplace, but guess what? Rates have risen. They're currently now anywhere from 4.75% on a 30-year fixed, all the way up to 5.75, depending on your credit score, depending on the demand, depending on your income, depending on whether you can afford what you want to buy. All these things are very important in terms of pricing your property and the demand on whether you want to sell it quickly or not. I want to get into something, technology in real estate. There is a lot of technology out there. You can go to Zillow, you can go to Trujillo, you can go to Realtor.com, you can go to Rocket Mortgage or Quicken's other products that say that, hey, within 3 or 4 minutes I can have you in a property and fully approved with a loan. Quick story. I'm an old person, okay? So if you relate to what I'm saying, great. If you're a young person, this is a cautionary tale. Had a car accident 2 weeks ago. Went to the Farmers and they sent me their app. So I had to download an app, go onto their app and do a bunch of different stuff. But within the confines of the app were permissions that I had to give Farmers in order to work the system, in order to get my claim adjusted, in order to do the things I need to do. And this all relates back to either the information you're going to put on Rocket Mortgage or the information you want to put into Zillow. All these public websites that you go to and relay your information. So I'm downloading the app, and the app comes to 7 different questions, and all the questions have to do with me giving them permission to take stuff from my phone. Now, I don't have anything on my phone. Like I say, I'm an old person. I don't really do much on my phone. However, if you're out there right now and you do a lot of stuff on your phone, you have personal information, you have pictures, you have identifying information, you have passwords, the information that I was made to do in order to work the app to get my claim adjusted gave them permission to take and extract information from my phone. It went through it, whether it be data, whether it be contacts, whether it be pictures. I had to give actual permission. Called the helpline. What did the helpline say? The human being said, don't worry about it. They're not doing anything. They're just going to take the information they need for the claim. But that's not how technology works. Technology works on algorithms, programs, and the parameters by which the programmers set up to do what the program says to do. So extracting information from your phone, whether it be Rocket Mortgage or Farmers Insurance, and they're all like this, gives them the permission, you give them permission in order to make it work, to extract information from your phone. So if you're information conscious and you're worried about your particular your passwords or your identifying information getting out there into the public sphere, you know what the best thing to do? Call a human being. Call a real estate agent to show you around properties. Call a mortgage broker or go into your local bank. Talk to a person who can't extract anything except what you want to give them. Anyway, I'm Jeff Barton. I'm really happy you tuned into the show today, and I'm your host for the Las Vegas Real Estate Show. We'll be right back.
Are you experiencing hair loss? We have the solution with no drugs, no surgery, and no side effects. Experience 100% pain-free results with Super Grow Laser Cap System, featuring 272 professional-grade lasers that make your hair thicker and fuller naturally. Use it 15 minutes a day, 3 times a week, and notice your hair growth in as little as 3 months. Visit online at irevivelaser.com to order your Super Grow Laser Cap today and experience unbelievable results. irevivelaser.com.
Successful Strategies International offers state-of-the-art PMP certification and an entire curriculum of project management, risk management, portfolio and program management by using unique learning techniques such as online learning, simulations, and facilitator lead programs. Our clientele consists of some of the biggest Fortune 500 companies in existence. SSI has trainers all across North America, Europe, and Asia to help meet your project management needs. Learn more at ssi-learn.com. That's ssi-learn.com.
Want to know how to create more business and save money? Simple. The answer is video. Video shares are the fastest growing form of word-of-mouth advertising, and according to InternetRetailer.com, visitors who viewed a business video were 85% more likely to buy after watching it. People today are on the go. They don't have time to read text, but they have 1 minute to watch video. At HD Video King, we not only create quality video that's right for you, we coach you on how to get the most from it. Call today. Our award-winning staff are ready to assist.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm Jeff Barton, and I'm your host for the Las Vegas Real Estate Show, and thanks for tuning in. We bring great guests every week to the show, and we talk about all things Las Vegas. Why? Because this is a unique place. Obviously, you're watching here on broadcast TV at home, and you're thinking, yeah, we know, we live here. Well, reiterating the fact that you have entertainment options here that you don't have anywhere else. You have, obviously, real estate investment options. You have all kinds of recreational things that you can do now and into the future. So I wanted to bring to the show some people that I've known for years who are putting on a terrific event locally here, and it's coming up pretty quick. I want to welcome to the show John and Mike Vanis, and they're bringing to us the Love Festival. What are you calling it, John?
It's the Love Inn.
It's the Love Inn. Okay, very good. And this is a concert.
It's a music, cannabis education, and yoga festival.
Oh man, that sounds awesome. When is it?
It's 3 days. We have the gates open on Friday, the 18th of May.
18th of May
at noon.
Okay.
And that's everybody can come in, set up, bring their motorhomes. They can put up their tent, camp, and party for 3 days, reasonably priced at only $150 for the
3-day pass.
For the 3-day pass. I mean, we tried to bring something back to Vegas that's kind of gone, and that's low-priced entertainment. We've got over 20 live acts playing and 24 hours of music.
Now you also have interactive stuff. You mentioned yoga, maybe this cannabis thing. So how are you integrating all that with the music? You have how many stages do you have?
We'll have 2 stages. I'm going to let Michael talk about the yoga because he's the yogi.
Okay.
No, we wanted to pull something together just to unify community.
Sure.
So the whole thing's actually an interactive art display. So with the music happening, there's a lot of interactive stuff you can do as well. Whether you're painting the walls or painting yourself, we have different things happening. Doing a new take, actually, we're doing some cosmic yoga, so it'll be a lot of fun. Some after hours type of stuff as well too.
And is this a 24-hour, or do you have a noon to midnight?
Well, we're going to have music playing. I mean, we got to be mindful at least of the city too, but we have music going from 11 a.m. till midnight. Then we have some stuff happen in the campsite as well after hours, so it'll be a fun time. Yeah.
Now,
absolutely.
how many people are you expecting?
We're expecting over 10,000.
Oh, that's unbelievable.
So we have over 3,000 campsites. We got over 5 acres of land. Beautiful green grass. Everything is growing right now, and it's going to be. Yeah.
Okay, so family oriented, right? I mean, this is about bringing your family, enjoying something that's cheap that you can do for the weekend, as opposed to maybe some high, not high value, but certainly like say a big act like the Stones or any other act that would come to town garners a different kind of audience. You guys are looking more for families to come and enjoy the weekend together at this kind of event.
Well, we've picked music that's going to reach from Gen X all the way up to old folks like myself.
Like me and you, right.
Because we on Saturday it's essentially alternative rock. Ziggy Marley is our
Headliner?
Is our headliner
Headliner
for Saturday, and there are 11 other bands playing that day.
Wow.
On Sunday we have Michael Cimbello, the Maniac, is our headliner.
yeah.
That's right.
And music is from 11 o'clock till 11 o'clock both days.
Yeah, we got some
so-
of the best, tributes actually covering, 60s, 70s rock. So it'll be a lot of fun that day too.
Okay,
So
I want to
bring
ask
it
you a
out.
little bit, and I asked a little bit off air, concert promoting and putting on events. What got you into this? I mean, obviously you guys know what you're doing and this is going to be a great event, but I always love to know entrepreneurially why people do what they do and why did you get into this particular aspect of entertainment?
Well, I mean, for me, actually, I came out of finance and, was doing some production of events back then, but very, very different, more business-oriented, educational type of stuff. And, when I left that industry, I just was looking for a way to get people together, have some fun too. We had an idea to put on this show and, just a chance to cross generations, have some fun, get some people together and hopefully have a good time. And, assumingly, the plan is just to let people come out, have some fun, connect.
Right.
As I said, as mentioned before, we're trying to build something that's affordable, reachable, where people can come out. For us, the success is just having a good show.
Okay, very
So-
good. So in the process of becoming concert promoters, I know there's a lot of ins and outs, a lot of difficulty. You have to deal with the city, obviously.
Sure, of course.
What are some of the main concerns that the city had?
Well, the main concern the city had is security. Of
course.
Okay.
And security has been the number one issue with the city. We've come to an agreement with the city. We have exactly the number of guards that they require. The city is, this is at Craig Ranch Regional Park.
Okay.
There's no high rises, so that safety issue is taken care of.
open, flat
It's an
piece of
open,
land.
flat
Open,
piece of
flat
land.
land.
It used to be the municipal golf course.
I see, okay.
And there's plenty of parking, all the camping will be on grass, so the people, unless you're in a motorhomes will be on pavement. But the campsites will all be on grass, very comfortable. It is dry camping though. There is no electricity provided, no water provided. You have to bring your own
Okay.
or purchase it at the fest.
Okay, I see. You have all that stuff available, obviously.
Correct.
You have
It's
food,
also-
you have water, you have
Absolutely.
anything that you
Absolutely.
need.
There'll be food vendors there,
Okay.
water. We're providing water very inexpensively, almost at cost.
Okay.
That was another requirement of the city because this is a desert. People do need to keep hydrated.
Well, that you mentioned security, that you mentioned the things that you needed to do and that you are doing, and the venue is and where it is. Very important, obviously. We're dealing with the aftermath of what happened last year, and I'm not quite sure that whether people realize it, but there's a tremendous pride and responsibility that both the city and the police department and the sheriff's department take in protecting people who go to these kind of events. And,
right.
I
That's
think
right.
you guys are obviously
Absolutely.
clued right in on all that.
Yeah, I meet with the police department regarding security almost weekly.
Right.
Another small issue will come up. They say, "Well, what about this? We just thought of that," and it all gets worked out.
Right,
Security is number one. All our, they've approved all our fencing. The entire area will be secure. Everybody will be wanded going in.
Okay.
Yeah, 24-hour guards.
24-hour
we have
guards.
private security above and beyond the police force that'll be there. And you know what, with the concern, of course, we're looking at every possible, what could go wrong and making sure we have
course.
plans in place.
Of course, no, that's excellent. Okay, given that being what it is, this is a party. Right?
It is a party.
That's right.
This is something to have fun. How is security going to interact with people having fun? Is it going to be?
I mean,
okay.
hey, listen,
I was
it's
a kid once. I remember. I mean, it can get a little wild.
Sure.
I'm just saying that as long as that there's a separation and people remain safe, but can still have a good time.
Absolutely.
Well, I think that,
Absolutely. the police aren't there to control us or
Right.
anyone at the festival. The police are there to ensure the safety of everybody that attends.
Okay, that's very
That's
important.
very important to the city. The city wants a great time. They want to develop Craig Ranch Regional Park into a venue that many festivals can be held. We're actually the first festival that the city has allowed camping. And
Okay. at that particular
that
site?
At that particular site. It's kind of an experiment for them as well as us.
I see, very good. And the liaison with the city and the public works and all the people you have to deal with.
The health department, fire department,
Right.
public safety, it's all taken care of.
Again, why would you get into this? I'm thinking about it, thinking, oh my gosh, this is a big job, right? Obviously.
It's unbelievable.
Right.
Yeah, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for months.
Right.
So, okay,
Well,
let's talk.
if I can chime back in on
Yeah,
that
please
too,
do.
there's so much more to it than just putting on the party aspect of it, which is that. I mean, it is also a chance to connect people. We're going to do some education type of stuff as well. Advocating some of the beneficial medicines out there, like we've talked about as well too. But there's a lot of value in it. Just in what we can bring together in having the art community come together. I think.
Nice. No, it's all
But
right.
hey,
It's live
it's
TV.
busy.
What
Listen,
are you gonna
let's
do?
call it what it is. It's a busy time. We're running round the clock.
Sure.
Making sure that we can put together something that everyone's going to enjoy. And so, that, like I said before, that's the big success. Obviously there's a lot of hands in place, a lot of work in place. City's excited about it. Provided things go well, we want to keep coming back here. And so.
Okay, let's deal with another sort of elephant in the room, pot smoking. It's legal here in Nevada, but it's not necessarily legal to smoke outside.
That's
so
correct.
how are you guys
Correct,
going to
correct.
deal with that, or are you not going to deal with it?
Well, again, as far as what's available there, we're not
I see.
selling pot there.
Okay.
Let's
That's
make
what I
sure
was
that's
asking.
totally clear,
okay,
totally
very good.
clear. And with regard to, again, obviously interaction, we understand that if someone's going to, we can't necessarily stop certain things. We do have to mention that it is not legal to smoke publicly in those parks.
So you make the announcements, or you have signs, or however it is that you
Correct.
inform
Just making sure
people who
everyone
buy
is well
tickets.
informed. They know the rules. They understand what's going on there. As we're advocating, we're mentioning beneficial uses of it. We're having some companies there as well, promoting brands, talking about services, talking about value.
So you're going to have a booth area where you
Correct.
have
Yeah,
vendors
so we
and people
we have a
talking
whole
about this kind of
booth
stuff?
designated
Exactly.
for specifically cannabis education, both
Okay.
recreational and medicinal. And with that as well, then basically it's just chances for people to come out, have some fun. What they're doing in their own areas, we can't really stop.
Right, exactly. I understand.
As far as cannabis, many of the dispensaries in Las Vegas are going to be represented there.
I see, okay.
They cannot sell. It's against the law. They know the law.
Right. Yeah, of
But
course.
they also want to build clientele. And the best way to do that is to get out amongst the people. And if people are coming to a festival interested in cannabis and benefits medicinally and also recreationally of cannabis,
Of course.
it's a great place for them to advertise.
Okay, now are you going to have yoga sessions where you're going to have hundreds of people doing yoga at the
yeah.
same time?
Yeah, we have a
That's-
few classes throughout the day.
Right.
Like I said, some fun stuff that's happening in the evening as well. But yeah, we have a few classes in the morning just to go. So it's good. If you want to come out and party and dance and have a good time, do that. If you need to chill out a little bit, go find some place just to kick back, or if you want to stretch and unwind, got a little bit of everything.
Okay, let's recap a little. When is it?
May 18th, 19th, and 20th.
Okay, and where is it?
Craig Ranch Regional Park in North Las Vegas, right off Craig Road.
Okay, and what time do you open?
Gates open Friday at 12 o'clock noon, and gates close Monday at 12 o'clock noon.
Oh, I see. So they can spend the night on Sunday
So you
night.
can come in, spend all 3 nights with us. Again, we have activities going on Friday night for those camping with us. General admission opens up at 11 a.m. Saturday and Sunday.
Excellent. Thanks, guys. Thanks very much for coming on. I really like to promote local events for local people. This is a show about Las Vegas real estate, but certainly anything that promotes what we do here is terrific. Thanks for coming on the
Thank
show.
you so
Jeff,
much
thank
for
you for
having
having us.
Thank
I
you
appreciate
very
your
much.
time.
Thank you very much. That's Mike and John Vanis, and they have the Love, what is it called?
The Love Inn.
The Love Inn, and it's coming up in May. And I'm Jeff Barton. I'm your host, Las Vegas Real Estate Show. We'll be right back.
Want to know how to create more business and save money? Simple. The answer is video. Video shares are the fastest growing form of word of mouth advertising. And according to InternetRetailer.com, visitors who viewed a business video were 85% more likely to buy after watching it. People today are on the go. They don't have time to read text, but they have 1 minute to watch video. At HD Video King, we not only create quality video that's right for you, we coach you on how to get the most from it. Call today. Our award-winning staff are ready to assist.
Successful Strategies International offers state-of-the-art PMP certification and an entire curriculum of project management, risk management, portfolio and program management by using unique learning techniques such as online learning, simulations, and facilitator lead programs. Our clientele consists of some of the biggest Fortune 500 companies in existence. SSI has trainers all across North America, Europe, and Asia to help meet your project management needs. Learn more at ssi-learn.com. That's ssi-learn.com.
Ruthless Cowboys, keeping the American dream alive and creating jobs one t-shirt at a time. From fabric to design, Ruthless Cowboys makes 100% American-made apparel that hardworking Americans are proud to wear. At RuthlessCowboys.com, you can shop for shirts and accessories for the cowboy or cowgirl in your life. Head to RuthlessCowboys.com, check us out on Facebook and Instagram by searching Ruthless Cowboys. Ruthless Cowboys, we're all about family, country, and keeping it all American. RuthlessCowboys.com.
Welcome back, everybody. I am Jeff Barton, your voice for the Las Vegas Real Estate Show, and thanks very much for tuning in and watching tonight. We bring great guests to the show each and every week. Look, you got a lot of decisions to make if you want to buy or sell real estate, and right now is a very difficult time because inventory is low and prices are rising. Also, the cost of housing is going up as well, just because interest rates are rising. Now, granted, they're below 5%, but if by the end of the year we get to 5%, maybe 5.5%, you can see on the horizon that interest rates are really going to slow the market down. And maybe that's a good thing. Maybe we need the market to slow down a little bit so inventories rise. Anyway, to talk to us a little bit more about that in depth is our residential real estate expert, Rebecca Fitzgerald. I messed up your voice, I apologize for that. And she's from the realty firm. Anyway, give us an update, what's happening?
Again, like we spoke about in weeks past, like the inventory is really low. The housing sales have actually started to decline because there is no inventory.
Right.
So there is people that are waiting to see what the market does, because again, we haven't recovered 100% like other places have. And there is still money to be made with flips and different things like this.
Right.
And we do see that the market's going to continue to rise another probably 10% because the affordability, again, depending on how the interest rates go, is about 325 to 350 for Las Vegas, and we're about 275, and so we'll continue to grow again based on interest rates. See what happens with those.
Okay, a couple of things: employment and how it affects the buyers and sellers. What's the employment like in town?
We actually, we've gotten better, but we still have low unemployment. We still have not 100% recovered. There's a lot of people that are underemployed, which is people that want to be working full-time that are only working part-time jobs.
Right. And in terms of education for these type of workers, what are we doing about it in terms of trying to get more people who are educated in the marketplace? I know we talked about it in the last week's show, but I just wanted to reiterate it before we move on to the main topic. What
Yeah, they do have a lot of the jobs that out there. They have a lot of incentives, like car allowances, different sorts of allowances, and they really are trying to get people, more qualified people, to come here, which will eventually happen. Now that people actually recognize us as a city, or hockey team just swept the Kings, and
go Knights! Come on, that's awesome. I had one of the greatest nights that I've been out here in the last year. As you know, we both went to see one of the games.
Yeah.
Met the owner, great guy. He owns Fidelity Title, of course, that lends into this particular show, and they just bought Stewart Title, so he's a busy guy.
$1.2 billion. It's not actually, the sale hasn't gone through. They announced it, but
I see.
It has to be, since they're such big companies, it has to be approved by the government. And they said it's probably not going to go through until 2019 from what I've read.
Oh, I see. I had no idea. Anyway, the Knights are doing well. I really enjoyed seeing people come out and go out and see them when they beat the Kings, obviously going to the airport, all the people lining the streets. It's terrific. It's great for the town. It's great for the city. I know we were talking off air just a little bit about, the cohesiveness based on the, rooting for the Knights, but you don't necessarily think that will be true when the Raiders come to town.
I just don't think, the Knights are a new team.
Yeah.
So it's the Raiders are the Raiders. People just don't like them. And they don't seem like they even like themselves. They never try. And then, we got a bad deal. We should have had Oakland pay us to get rid of that team.
No, I agree 100%. Okay, what I want to talk about, technology in real estate, how it's affecting real estate agents, how it's affecting the marketplace. We can talk about Zillow or Trujillo, or there are some discount realtors out there who will sell your house for 1%, but basically you're doing most of the work yourself through technology, whether it's to go online and promote your property or whether it's to do the listing itself. What's your feeling on technology, and where is its place versus the traditional real estate agent?
I mean, the technology helps because people kind of do like a lot of the work themselves, and they're like kind of know what they want. Problem is a lot of those websites aren't up to date, especially in a market like this where things go so quickly. Like someone could send you over 10 listings and one of them might still be available.
Yeah.
And Zillow is not a substitute for a real estate agent when you don't know what you're doing to buy a house.
Right.
Like Zillow's not going to tell you the processes of buying a house, getting a mortgage, doing an inspection, the appraisal, and all the things that come along with it. And they're also not going to represent you, and you're going to get a bad deal out of it.
Yeah, I think that's absolutely true. I know that when you're looking for legal advice or you're looking for investment advice, you're not going onto a website and doing it yourself. You're talking to an actual person. I don't know why people think that real estate itself is one of those professions that anybody can do, which is not true. You have to have experience, training, and certainly the licensing to really separate yourself from, that kind of issue when it comes to, buying and selling and representation of buyers and sellers. There's a fiduciary that you have to have. There's a care by which you give to the buyer or the seller that you're not going to get from a technical website.
Yeah, that's 100% true, and people just don't understand that. They think that anybody can do it because there is a lot of people that just go get the real estate license.
No, that's
they
true.
don't know what they're doing. Like, just because you have your real estate license really doesn't mean anything. It means you're able to pass a test.
It's funny, in Nevada, as you well know, becoming a real estate agent, they're trying to make it harder. They're trying to make being a broker much tougher. They're trying to up the level of education and sophistication of the particular people who get that license to be on par with lawyers or doctors or other professionals. I don't know if necessarily that's going to happen today, but I do know that that's the long-term, view of what they do. Contracts in real estate. They can be confusing. They can be not self-explanatory. Your expertise, what do you think is the most challenging part of explaining the contract to a buyer or a seller?
I think a lot of it is probably the finance side of it, is people don't understand that you have to pay closing costs. They don't understand like all these things. All they hear is like all these programs like, oh, I can get a house, like I can get like the home is possible, I can get down payment assistance. Like people really sometimes, especially with the VA loans, VA loan people sometimes think that they don't even have to put down earnest money. They just think they're getting a free house. So again, it's a lot of the financing side is what people really struggle with.
Yeah, I agree. And I think when you're dealing with financing and you have to get a mortgage professional or somebody at the bank or somebody to explain it to you, so much of it goes whoosh, right over people's heads because they just don't have a mindset to understand why, how, what it works. And then at the end of the contract, they're complaining that they just, why am I paying so much? How do you handle the explanation of all this stuff?
I had that issue a few months ago. Somebody it got down to it, and they are having to pay more closing costs than they expected. And you're already under contract. You've already put so much money into it. It's just like, no. Luckily, that person had the money to pay it. But sometimes, like, they could make a whole deal like crumble when people don't understand the financing, the closing costs, and everything that's involved.
Hey, listen, thanks very much for coming on the show. You really do a trooper job, and each and every week that you come on, I really appreciate it. Thanks, Rebecca.
Thanks.
Thank you very much. And I'm Jeff Barton. I'm your host for the Las Vegas Real Estate Show. We'll see you next time.